kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but, David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. To throw, it's Stroud. Makes the grab. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Kick is in the air. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The gift to the back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll move the wide receiver. slithers into space. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Got it behind the line. It's Hopkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking for a man. It's Stroud. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Got his man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Catch in the middle, it's Barkley. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gonna look downfield again. Pulls it in, it's Edwards. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Barkley. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Stroud. He makes a grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. 1st and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. White going to attack through the air. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Shelton. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Addison. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds and no gain on the play. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the tailback. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Going to the run to start this second half. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. White wants to throw it. Makes the catch. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Running the option. It's White. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And now this offense will take the field again. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Nice play by this defense again, and I feel like it's a broken record, doesn't it, guys? Like, seriously, both defense playing at a high level. Which offense can get a spark, make a big play, and get something going?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Took a shot as he threw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You got to be able to blitz, but get home. It's one thing to blitz just to blitz, but you got to find a way, slip through those cracks. Nice job by the defense. The QB had no clue. He was hanging in there, trying to be tough. Got hit as he threw the football, forced the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
The kick is on its way. Nestles it in at the 35. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that 1st down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll send the back in motion. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. White going to attack through the air. They're setting up the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking for room. It's Shelton. At the 35, he's open. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Sends it back in motion. The lone back's got it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The pitch to the left. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
And listen, all eyes on QBs. Right nowadays, there's such running threats, and you got to know when you're playing them. You cannot let those guys bounce outside the pocket or make big plays. Good job by the defense understanding this quarterback will run the football and shutting him down.
Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the fourth quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the first down.
On the option. Now the pitch. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tie game here with just a few minutes to go. Back to throw, it's Stroud. Floats it out in space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Hopkins. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
And here comes the punt team. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. At midfield, he's got room. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence, for this offense's confidence, and right now if you're on defense, you've got to find an answer for this guy.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
The sure hands, it's Shelton. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs, and just make that clock run.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
It's complete. There he goes. All the way in for the touchdown.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game, and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Back to pass, it's Stroud. Fires to the big fella. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Timeout call by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let him get behind him, and they knock the football to the ground.
He wants a big play here late.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. There's the pressure. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy locker room.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all those. That's pretty to me.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.